Hey guys, Rolando Rodriguez here with xgames.com. We've got workouts that work, eats that satisfy, and everything else you need to reach your lifestyle goals. Video concerning the keto approach to eating, and what I want to talk about today is why people want to get into ketosis, what it means to be in ketosis, and what's the point of attempting an eating approach that is limiting your carbs. Before we get started, you got to know what happens in your body when you eat carbs, which are sugars. I don't care if it's a complex carb or if it's a simple sugar. Carbs are sugars, period. So when you're eating sugar and it goes into your body, what ends up happening is the glucose, or the sugar that you're intaking, goes directly to whatever parts of your body needs it right now. Specifically, your brain is the one that utilizes carbs first and foremost. That's what your brain wants to go to, because carbs are the easiest source of energy that we consume. So our brain is almost literally addicted to carbs, right? So if your brain needs some energy, it goes to your brain. Next, any glucose that you intake into your body goes to your muscles, okay? But here's the thing, our muscles are the largest store tank for sugar that we have on our body. The more muscles you have, the more sugar you can store. Well, the thing about the muscles is, once the muscles get the glucose that is turned into glycogen and pushed into the muscles for storage, once it's stored there, the muscle does not give up that sugar. The brain can't access the sugar that's stored in the muscle because the muscle's not going to give it up. The only way for you to utilize the sugar that's stored in your muscles is to use the muscles locally. The glucose is stored in the muscles so that you can have instant energy when you need it, but only when you use the muscle. So if you don't need any energy for your brain at the moment, and you don't need any energy going to your muscles at the moment, because your muscles and your brain are full, what ends up happening? Any unused sugar turns into fat. So if you think about our typical American diet, which is now the worldwide diet, there's carbs galore. We get it from all directions, okay? So if you're constantly snacking throughout the day, and your glycogen stores are completely full all day, your sugar stores are full all day, then you don't have anywhere to put the sugars that you're intaking. So this tank spills over, goes to your liver, the muscle tank spills over, goes to your liver's full, spills out and goes to fat. So the whole point of doing a low carb, high fat diet is to deplete your body of its carbs, specifically depleting your liver of its carbs. Because remember, when we eat carbs, they go straight to the brain no matter what if the brain needs it, and then they go straight to the muscles if the muscle needs it. We're really trying to access the glucose that's in our liver and deplete that. Once our liver doesn't have any more energy to send up to our brain, it starts tapping into the fat, and that's where you want to get to with a low carb, high fat diet. That's the keto approach to eating, because when we're in ketosis, it means that our body is oxidizing fat and utilizing our fat as fuel. And the byproduct of that is ketones. And that's when you're in ketosis, okay? That's when you're ketogenic. Now, there's a number of ways of depleting your glycogen stores, specifically in your muscles, by working out hard and limiting the amount of carbs that you're intaking. But here's the thing, if you're working out hard, okay, and limiting the amount of carbs that you're intaking, all the carbs that you do intake are going to be pushed to your muscles. And there's not going to be any extra carbs to be pushed to your livers. So your liver is constantly going to be, running on empty, and it's going to be pulling fat to turn the fat into fuel to push up that fuel to your brain, because your brain loves ketones, right? Now, a way to get into ketosis that much quicker is to intermittent fast. If the less carbs you eat, the faster you're going to get into ketosis. The less you eat, the faster you'll get into ketosis. So if I'm working out hard almost on a daily basis, and I'm fasting on a daily basis, I can get into ketosis quicker than a lot of other people. It might take people who have never been in ketosis a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, a month, maybe even 2 months to actually get into ketosis. But that doesn't mean that you won't see the benefits of a lower carb, high fat diet almost immediately. And a lot of people might be wondering, well, if you're eating all this fat, what's gonna happen? Won't fat turn into fat? No. Because if our body doesn't have carbs to uses energy, it's going to have to turn to the fat. And once your body turns to utilizing fat as fuel, called being fat adapted, once your body is fat adapted, so when you intake fat, the fat that you're intaking will be utilized to get you through your day. And then any other calorie deficiency that you're currently running will be pulled from your fat storage on your body. So the whole point of getting into ketosis is to allow your body to start becoming fat adapted, and that happens on a cellular level. Your body builds more mitochondria, which are the, if you remember from biology class, the powerhouse of the cell, and you start to become more productive and more efficient at oxidizing fat as fuel. Another tip to become a little better at fat burning is to up your cardio game. If you do anything that's going to make you improve your cardio fitness, you're going to become more productive and more efficient at burning fat as fuel. So what I want you to take away from this video is to know that the idea of eating more fat doesn't mean that you're going to store the fat. The whole idea of reducing the carb intake is so that we can start increasing the amount of fat that we utilize as energy on a day-to-day basis, so that we become fat adapted, so that our body can process the fat that we intake and the fat that's on our body as energy, as opposed to having the crutch of the sugar that we're constantly eating on a regular basis. That's it for now. This is Rolando Rodriguez with xgains.com. Let me know if you got any questions or comments down below. Please like, subscribe, and share the channel if you haven't done already. I'd greatly appreciate it. The website again is that's a symbol, not the word, gains.com. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Peace.